Alright, so we got another Honda in the shop today. Here we got a '06 Honda Pilot, 3.5 V6 VTEC, and another repair of the famous crappy intake hose that has failed. So I'm just going to get on into it. Very common issue, whether it be the 4-cylinder Honda Accords, Honda Civic, V6, well, it don't matter, even the Pilots. And I'm sure there's, I believe, Honda Odysseys and a few other ones out there that have the same problem. As you can see, it's got a big freaking hole in the hose. So not good, sucking in raw air, dirty air, not clean air. So if this vehicle had a mass airflow sensor, it would not run right at all. As far as I know of, the vehicle doesn't run bad with it like this, but it's not good for it to be running like that with dirty air that ain't filtered. So anyhow, the hose is old. This baby's got around 160 something thousand miles, so well, hose is kind of lost it's very, very hard. So anyway, tools you're going to need is a 10mm, a ratchet, a pair of pliers, and if yours has the famous spring like this guy right here, well then it's a pain in the well, you'll finish that sentence for me. So anyway, the little spring goes around the hose just like this to hold it securely to the air box filter housing. Honestly, I've done these plenty before without the spring, and I'm going to be doing it in this video because the kit that I got, which was 52 bucks at Advance Auto Parts near me, not a sponsor, but did not come with a spring. Not happy about that, but who needs a spring? So we'll just throw that away. And here's the new hose. Go ahead and get up close on that. There you go. Like I said, not a sponsor. So go ahead and rip this open and alright, get your new hose and set it beside the old one. Make sure everything looks like it fits right. Make sure it has this little tab, as you can see right there, and that goes right here. We can just go ahead and break that one off. As you can see, it sits between that right there, so it lines up right. You got to transfer these little tiny pieces that go on the intake. There's one on the top and one on the bottom. There's a 10mm, and you got to take this 10mm off of the clamp, slide it off. Get this out of the way for the throttle body. Use a pair of pliers. Of course, I can use it with my fingers and just pull the hose out. It's like a metal looking hose for the PCV, if I'm not mistaken. Pop that out of that grommet like so. And then after you get all that loosened up, and we'll alright, I'm out of breath. Whew. That is a pain in the butt to get off. For some reason, that puppy was really stuck in there. I had to use WD-40, as you can see it's wet, which is not going to hurt it, and a knife, box cutter, and a flathead screwdriver to finally get it pried out. I don't know what happened, but it was really stuck in there. So, should be able to slide the rest of it off. Alright, so if you've already got all that off, you loosen that clamp, you go to take this off. Well, I don't have a spring. So this is for people that have a spring on their intake, which they probably will if it's never been touched. As you can see, there is a hook right there and a hook on that end. And it wraps around the intake and you hook both ends together when it gets around the intake hose. Now, to get them off, you need to watch your eyes. I took a flathead screwdriver, pried underneath it, used 2 needle nose pliers, gripped it, pulled them apart, and it come apart. But the hose is really, really like stiff. It doesn't have that strong spring anymore, and I kind of messed it up. So, well, we don't need that no more. You really don't need it. If you can't get it off, take the airbox bolts, which is one right there. There's supposed to be one down there that you can't see because the camera won't pick it up. And there's one back there, and should be one underneath that right there. You just can't see it. 4 looks like 7mm bolts, or not 5/16. And then that'll come off. Of course, mine, well, it's already loose because, well, the bolts don't hold it anymore. So I pretty much got, oh look, free intake. So, alright, so you got them both out, lay them beside each other. You got to transfer this and this over to this one. Top one, or bottom one, top one. Then you got to transfer the clamp because, well, it didn't come with that. And this thing actually smells great, unlike some rubber that I've gotten in for vehicles in the past that stink. This actually has like a perfumey smell. So, okay, so you got all the pieces back on here. Clamp, this, and it's clamped. Now we'll note real quick before we put the hose back on. See that, well, see if I can show you on the old one. Yeah. Alright, so right here, there's like a little slit. That is for, there's like a little marker, like I was showing you right here, that is like that on these. And they're lined up a certain way so you can't mix them up. Now the one on the bottom is tricky. Their hose goes like this. Well, I had it backwards a minute ago because I was trying to line up this slit right here that just sticks out on this side, but actually it flips around. It's supposed to go this way because if you put it this way, then it interferes with the box and everything else. So, back on. Alrighty, so everything's back together. Like I said, the airbox on this vehicle needs to be replaced, and I'll address that some other time, but not in this video. Everything's back together. It's not going nowhere. Like I said, it's basically just a hold down. I don't understand why Honda didn't do a regular clamp of something like this here and instead of that stupid spring, but well, that's Honda for you. So everything's back together. Make sure you put your, there's like a little lip that the battery cable pops into to hold it, and then put your throttle body sensor wiring back in its looms and holders. Make sure that PCV valve line is back in with the clamp on it, which it is. Doesn't look like it's going to go anywhere. And I'll start it up. Cold start. Don't hear any leaks. Everything looks to be good. So, we're going to call it. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. I appreciate it. And I make how-to repair videos just about every other week. Every week, whenever possible, whenever I can. Whether it's pouring down rain or it's too cold, then well, that delays videos. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you have the notification bell on so when I upload a video, you don't miss it. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more.